Well, hello, this is MGE's tip of the week, and I'm sitting down because I'm going to do a product review on everything you need to know to do quality videos in your dental practice. We always get these questions: what equipment should I get to do video testimonials, doctor interviews, anything that we want to record in the dental practice for video? Well, we thought instead of answering this question 100,000 times, we'd just go ahead and lay out what are the things that I commonly suggest. Now, if you've been to my new patient workshop, you've had this talk, but I'm just going to go through the different things from video camera to audio to lighting that I feel are essential, but on a budget, right? On a budget. Right? We don't have thousands and thousands of dollars to spend. And if you do, good on you. Enjoy it. But I'm going to take you through the budget setup to get a great picture, great lighting, and great sound out of your videos. Okay, so let's talk about cameras. What's the first thing we need to think about? Well, we need to capture this video on something. What's the best video camera for your dental practice? Now, I've seen some dental practice, you have great cameras for, in-mouth photos and such. Maybe you're going to use that one. Great. But if you don't have a dedicated camera for this, I don't want you to go out and spend a bunch of money. What I want you to do is I want you to take the best camera there is, which is the one that you have already, and that would be your phone. Now, your phone could be your iPhone, your Android. Any phone within the last few years is going to have a high enough resolution to get you a great picture, okay? Why do I like this one? Well, everybody's got one. Everybody's got this camera. Now, if you want to go up and above this, well, what this is being shot on right here is this Sony a6000 line, okay? So there's the 6100, 6400, 6500, now the 6600. Yeah, go ahead and get the a6600 if you want to go out and splurge. The body itself is going to cost you close to $1,200, $1,500. Then you're going to need to get a decent lens. That's going to cost you about another $300 or $500. And we'll put those links in the description below so you can get an idea of what those are. But if you don't want to go that route and you want to make it nice and easy, use your phone. Okay, so now we're going to use the phone. Perfect. If you're going to use the phone, you got to hold the phone. And that's the first thing I want to take up. And you're going to need a selfie tripod. Selfie tripod because they're $30 and you can use it everywhere. If I'm going to do a patient testimonial, I'm going to set this thing up just like this. I'm going to bring the phone up level with the camera, level with the eyes of the patient, okay? And I'm just going to press record and I'm going to talk directly over the lens. Now, if the lens is on this side, I'm going to talk over the lens over here. If the patient gets nervous, and they do, and people look into a camera and they're, deer in the headlights. Take the camera, put it up off just a little bit sideways, get the patient in frame, and have the patient talk to you. Have them give their testimonial to you. And set this thing right off to the side. So don't pay attention to that camera. Just look at me and tell me about your experience. Ask them a couple questions like that. Shut your mouth afterwards and let them just tell you the magic that you created in their mouth. So use a selfie tripod. Okay, I like this one. You can get a better one that doesn't rely on sitting on a desk, and that would be something like this. Again, off Amazon for about $30. This thing can sit on the ground. I can take it out, set it up, and there it sits. I could put my phone in that one. Or you can get, these things are pretty handy. You can extend the legs out. We'll put descriptions of all these things. This is the Cubo, okay? And then I could put the phone here. I could put a lot of other things on this, including a camera, like a full-size camera, okay? I can have this thing sit like that, and I can also, with a twist, have this thing sit on flat on the table. What do I like? Selfie tripod. Open it up. Use it anywhere. I could walk through and do a practice video like this. I could do a selfie video like this. I could walk through. Good. And over here, this is our sterilizer. Over here, these are a great team. Now up here is our front desk where you get to check in and check out. Whatever. That's my preferred choice. Good. So now we've got video covered. What's the next most important thing? Well, believe it or not, it's as important as video, and that's your audio. If we were to right now record this without a microphone, right now we have a microphone, and it's pretty close to my mouth. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna just show you what it sounds like without the microphone. So this is me talking without a microphone that's close to me. It's coming out of the camera. And you hear how it's all hollow and tinny, and there's sound bouncing off the wall. It sounds horrible. Now, this is the sound with the microphone. So the closer you put the microphone to the mouth of the subject, or to wherever the source of the sound is that you want, the closer that microphone is, the less it has to listen. The more it has to listen, the more it catches all the other stuff you don't want to catch, including what's called reverb, bouncing off the walls, sound bouncing off the walls, and echo, and the air conditioner, and people in the back room. So you want great sound. How do you get sound to your subject? Well, let's take our phone. I'm gonna set things up for you so that you know exactly what to do. Let's take our phone. Got our selfie tripod. I'm going to bring audio in via one of my favorite microphones is the Purple Panda. Again, available on Amazon. Usually around $30, but right now about $40. If you're gonna use an iPhone, you're gonna need a little adapter. This is the Apple Lightning headphone adapter because Apples don't have headphone jacks anymore. And if you have an Android, you're gonna plug straight in. But you're gonna plug this thing in to your phone, got the adapter, and this goes on your subject. Now your subject can be quite a distance away. This cord is about 6 feet, and it comes with a 30-foot extension in the Purple Panda kit, okay? Everything you need to connect it directly into your nice camera, into your Android, and into your iPhone, with the exception of this Lightning adapter. So, audio. Now I've got this positioned in such a fashion that this is gonna listen to me, the microphone's gonna listen to me really closely. It's gonna be perfect sound, okay? Now, if I'm gonna put this on here for the most effective is dead center when I'm talking. Because if I talk a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left, it's still gonna pick me up. If I put this over here or over here on maybe a patient's blouse, when the patient talks, you're gonna get this normal sound. When they turn a little bit this way, it's gonna be very loud. When they turn this way, it's gonna be very soft. So as center as possible and close to the chin as possible. Some tips there. That's plugged in directly to my phone. There's another way you could do it. There's a wireless solution. This is called the Rode Wireless Go. Rode Wireless Go. This is the microphone, and this is the receiver. I can take the receiver, and I can plug the receiver directly into my phone. I'm going to show you what that looks like. You have to get an additional cable, okay? We'll put that down in the link as well, but it goes from 2 little stripes to 3 little stripes. I'll keep it that simple, technically. And I got to plug this into the Lightning adapter, and I plug that into my phone, and then I plug this into the receiver. So that's now receiving audio from the transmitter. Transmitter is this. In the Rode Wireless Go, the transmitter has a microphone built in. I can just simply use this thing. I could set it right on the table in front of the patient. I could clip it inside my coat jacket like that. And it's a little bit tacky, but I can also take my Purple Panda, plug in my microphone, my lavalier microphone, put this on my belt, and now I'm wireless. It's good for up to around 20 feet. You want to make sure that these two things, as best they can, see each other, okay? So transmitter and receiver, best for them to see each other. And there's your audio. Now, you're going to see one other thing that I put on the table here, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I'm a bit paranoid. I've also spent a lot of time where I've recorded something and I thought it was great, but then the audio didn't come out. It didn't come out well, or it didn't come out at all. So I like redundancy. I like a backup. And the backup I would have is I would have this thing sitting in or around wherever I'm filming. And this is the Zoom HN1. Okay, it's about $110. It's a single recorder. You can plug in the Purple Panda microphone, and it'll listen very, very well. This can sit on top of a tripod. Say we take our tripod that we were just using a second ago for a phone. I can have this audio recorder sitting right here. I can drop it. Aim it right at my subject and have it out of frame, meaning it can't be seen. So this thing could sit right here, and you could position the camera in such a way that this can't be seen. It's closer to me than that camera is, so it's going to be a better signal. Now, a drawback. If you're using your phone, that's an audio signal that's separate from your video. So you're going to have a video editor put those two things together, the audio track and the video track. But we're going to talk about video editing. It's important. Find a video editor, use Fiverr.com or somewhere and get a video editor. We can help you out with that. Okay, next point. We've talked about video, we've talked about audio, and now we're going to talk about lighting. Lighting is important, and as you can see, we're using some natural light behind me right now, and natural light's the best. What you don't want to have is you don't want to have your subject, me in this case, have a bunch of light behind me, like I'm standing in front of a window with a bright day outside, or even a not so bright day. In a room with just average lighting, I'm going to be silhouetted. I'm going to be a shadow. It's going to be brighter out there, and the camera's going to have a hard time getting any definition off of me and picking me up because there's so much light behind me. So you want light washing in on your subject. So if we weren't here in this setting with actual lights, you'll see that we put some lights up, and they're great lights, but they're flooding me with light. If we didn't have this scenario, I would probably be turned that way and the camera aiming at me this way, okay? Natural light is great, room light is great. What we want is we want to be able to see the subject without any major shadows. We don't want huge shadows of washing down my face, and we don't want a bunch of light behind me and very little light in front of me. We want more light in front of me. What do I suggest in that regard? You know, there's lots of different solutions, but LumeCube, they've done really well. They've got a broadcast lighting system. You can adjust the light. You can increase the amount of light, decrease the amount of light. You can make the light softer, like a bit warmer, okay? It's a little bit more yellow. You can make the light colder, a little bit more blue, okay? These settings, and it's a wireless solution. It can sit right in front of me and wash some light on me, okay? Another version of it is the video conferencing light, LumeCube. It's better than nothing. I would say go with this one or similar to it. What do you want? You want the light to be off to one side of your subject, okay? The main light to be off to one side, not just dead on, but off a little bit to one side. So part of my face is lit a little bit more than the other one. It's called portrait lighting, just a little bit more aesthetic, okay? We also want just a little shadow underneath my nose, okay? We don't want the light so high that my nose casts a shadow down on my chin, and we don't want the light so low that it's, making me look like I'm in a horror story, okay? A horror film. So we want the light just a little bit above, coming down and washing just a small shadow that you'll see a small shadow right underneath my nose. That would be the most ideal lighting. Next, we have things called accent lights. Accent lights make the background just a little bit more interesting. Okay, what do? Well, we throw some cheap LED lights against the back wall and wash some LED color lights up, and boy, it makes a difference. We'll show you some examples here where you have with and without. So what you want to do is you want to have a background that's pleasurable. You don't want, a trash can that's overflowing. You don't want a bunch of staff walking back and forth in the background. You want to have a nice, comfortable background. And then you want to make sure that, you can spice it up a little bit. How do we spice it up? Well, on Amazon, I found these. This is the Must Win external lighting. It's actually for a house. And for $30, I think, I got two 25-watt lights, and we'll show you what those things look like. You can choose the color, you can choose the brightness, you can each one select one and have it a different color than the other one. So you can have a blue and yellow or blue and orange light. And what it does is just kind of washes up and makes a subject a little bit more interesting in the background, okay? So those are a good solution. They're inexpensive. There's a ton of solutions like them on Amazon if those ones aren't available. Those ones just happen to be the ones I found, had a remote control, and it did the job. Next point. Here I have the Pixel G1S RGB video light, Okay, it sounds like I know what I'm talking about. All right, this is the same thing. It, by example here, is, again, an accent light. You're not going to put it on your subject. You're going to put it behind the subject on the wall or something. But I'm just going to use this to show you that this is a nice little light that I can adjust the amount of volume, or the intensity or brightness. And I can also choose what are the colors. I can go through the colors. Again, this is why you don't light from underneath. You want to light from here. But you see, it's got all the different colors. And this accent light, it's about $50, $60 on Amazon, I think. It can connect up to a little stand, just like the one we have here. It can connect up to a little tripod, just like this one. And I can adjust it. I can move it around. I can have it aim wherever I want. It can be whatever angle. And then it itself on the arm has some movement. So a great accent light, portable, battery charged. You can't go wrong. Okay, so there you have it. Those are our equipment suggestions, and really they're mine. I just don't want you to think that you couldn't do better than this. You certainly can. And you can spend a ton of money, and you might even be able to spend less money and get better than this, okay? But the point is video is like pizza. Even when it's bad, it's still pretty good. We're not here to make it perfect. Your testimonial with that patient is important, not because of the quality, not because of how they look or how they sound or did they stumble. No, it's important because of the content. It's the message they are giving your prospective patients about treatment that your prospective patients are considering. So I want you to consider this. Get video done. Get lots of it done. If you need a place to start with a phone and a selfie tripod. Just go and get video done. I've seen testimonials done right at the front desk where the patient was standing on the other side of the front desk and the front desk staff member was sitting here just like this, moving the camera around, holding it with her arms, and it was amazing, amazing. So it's the content of the video that's important. We want to then do what we can to make sure that the video is okay, and we want to make sure that the audio is okay. One additional tip, when you are recording with your phone, put it into airplane mode, because if somebody calls you during that recording, it's going to stop the recording and you might lose some great footage. Great. Well, listen, you might have some more questions and I'm available. Reach out, email me at danb@mgeonline.com. The best thing I'd recommend is attend our new patient workshop. It's really affordable. It's 1 3/4 days of some of the most incredible content, and you'll see a lot from me and a lot from others here at MGE about how to get lots of new patients and quality marketing. So with that, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time on the next tip.